Hello everyone, in this video let us take a look at the conditional formatting using a value of another cell. So if you look at this sheet here, I have this table, and in this table I am trying to do some comparison, or maybe you can say I'm trying to uh, achieve my target. And it is a very common use case where you want to keep track of what you are actually doing, and you basically have a baseline. So this baseline here is nothing but my target, and right now in this column B, I have some numbers like 10, 12, 15, and so on. And I basically want to do this comparison with the actual values that I will be filling in every month. So every month, starting from January till the end of the year, December, I will keep on filling up these numbers, and to basically get an idea of whether I'm on track or not, or maybe I'm behind my target, I may want to highlight the cells or maybe the entire row. So if you look at this table here, I have filled in the actual column C, for January, February, March, and April. For January, it is fine. We have achieved our target, which is 10 out of 10. Then February as well, but in March and in April we didn't achieve our target. So maybe we want to highlight this cell in a different color. Maybe I want to highlight it in a red color. So for doing this, you can select the entire column, and then you can go to the format option on top of your menu and select the conditional formatting. Now, when you select this conditional formatting, I'll probably get rid of my face so you can take a look at it properly. So when you look at this table, you can see here that on the right hand side you have the option to first select the range. So we don't really want to start with the first cell, which is in this case the heading called actual. We can probably enter C2, and maybe we want to keep on doing this for 1,000 rows, or maybe let us say if you're just worrying about maybe 12 months, we can enter something like 20 or maybe 12 or maybe 13. I think 13 will be a good range, because we just want to focus on C2 till C13. Now we can use different format rules that are there for us, like if the cell is empty or if the cell is not empty, or maybe if you're working with the dates, you can use these date is equal to or date is after. But I want to use a formula, a custom formula. So what I will do here, I will use this custom formula, and I want to do a comparison whether this value in cell C2 is less than or maybe greater than, or maybe if it is equal to the value in the column B. So we want to highlight it in a red color when the value is less. So what you can do here, you can simply type in here something like this, like equal to. And by the way, when you're working with the custom formula here in the format rule, it behaves exactly like any other formula in your sheet. So you can enter something like C2, which is the cell that we're working on, and we can enter something like less than B2. And the moment you do it, you can immediately see that the cells where the value is less than the target, those cells are highlighted. Now you want to maybe highlight it in a different color, maybe a bit of a reddish tone, so that it looks bad, and we are reminded continuously that we have to take some action. So we can just click on the done button here, and we are done. So this is actually quite good, because we have entered this formula called equal to C2 less than B2, which works really well, and you don't need to worry about making sure the increments, because the formula, when it moves to the next cell in the next row, it will automatically take care, because formulas are incremented in a spreadsheet. Now, instead of highlighting this single cell, I may want to highlight the entire row like this. So you can also do that if you go back to the formula, and instead of selecting the C2 till C13, you can use this range which is ending at E13. So let me enter E13 here. So now we have the entire range where this will be applicable. But when you're working on the formula here, the way formulas work is incremental. And if you're talking about C2 or maybe B2, we have two variables. We have, of course, the column name, which is C, and we also have the number. So let us say if you're talking about this cell, this is column C, and if you talk about this row, it is C2 and C3 and C4. But when you move on to this cell, we are talking about D2 and we're talking about D3. So we don't really want that. We want numbers to be same, or maybe we just really don't want to care about we just want to focus on C and B column. So we can actually change it to something like a constant. If you're familiar with Excel, you can use something like a dollar sign so that we are working on just the columns that we are interested in. And once you do this, you can immediately see that the the entire range will be selected for us, and it will highlight it in a red color. So you can press the button, and now you can see here that the entire cell, or not the entire cell, but the entire row starting from C2 till the end of the range, which is E, is now highlighted. So this is something that you can probably do when you're working with Google Sheets. You can definitely do the conditional formatting, and I think when you're talking about the conditional formatting, you can take the advantage of different formulas, and these formulas are really powerful because with the help of these formulas you can do a lot of things. And if you're already familiar with the formulas, and if you know how formulas work, then I think you can make uh, a really good use of conditional formatting in a Google spreadsheet. So this is all I wanted to share in this video, and I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.